Hello, welcome to Poetry Changes Lives, my book of poetry, history, a thought for the day, and that's quite a book, you know. You can get it at reputable bookshops and on Amazon as well. On this day, the American expatriate Ezra Pound in 1949 won the Bollingen Prize for Poetry. Pound had been by then a major figure in literary circles since kind of the 1920s, and he helped many struggling writers to achieve recognition, including Eliot, Hemingway, James Joyce. But before World War II, he kind of went off a bit funny in the head, some people think. He lost his trust in democracy, and living in Italy during the war, he became an advocate of fascism, which caused him to be imprisoned and entreated immediately after the war, though people kind of realized he'd sadly sort of gone slightly mad. His own poetry is difficult to judge. It's intellectual and shows his vast scholarship and range of interests, which often produced intense imagery, almost too much imagery. It's difficult to fathom some of his poetry because it's so sort of obscure, so many references to other works. Maybe that was his intention. Certainly many people think that Ezra Pound did more for modern poetry in the English language than almost anyone else. Well, I can't quote from him because he's still under copyright, but here's a poem by James Weldon Johnson, a poet with a modern style who I rather like. This is called Deep in the Quiet Wood. It's quite calming, I think. Are you bowed down in heart? Do you but hear the clashing discords and the din of life? Then come away, come to the peaceful wood. Here bathe your soul in silence. Listen now. From out the palpitating solitude, do you not catch, yet faint, elusive strains? They are above, around, within you, everywhere. Silently listen. Clear, and still more clear they come. They bubble up in rippling notes and swell in singing tones. Now let your soul run the whole gamut of the wondrous scale until, responsive to the tonic chord, it touches the diapason of God's grand cathedral organ, filling earth for you with heavenly peace and holy harmonies. I think that's very calming. James Weldon Johnson is, I think, an underrated poet, an American poet of the 20th century, well worth looking into. Today I ask to learn new and deeper meanings to life, and I will continue to read all poetry with an inquiring mind. Thank you for listening.